What's up guys, it's Josh from KeepItTechie, and today I wanted to do a quick video showing you guys my top 5 video editing softwares for Linux. So as I stated in the intro of the video, I wanted to do a quick video showing you guys my top 5 video editing software that you guys can use in the Linux operating system. Now I have a list of about 5 applications that you can install on any Linux distribution that'll allow you to handle your video editing needs. Now one cool thing about all these applications is it is cross-platform, as well as they're all free and open source applications. Well, 3 of them are, and I know 2 of them, I believe they have a professional version, but at the end of the day, they are all free applications that you can use on any platform. So they'll work on Windows, Mac OS, as well as the Linux operating system. So if you can't afford to, purchase Adobe Premiere, then here are a few alternatives that you guys can use. So let's go on and get started. I'm gonna go through the list. Okay, cool. So the first one I want to go to, this one is actually not open source, but it's a free application that you can use on the Linux operating system. But it's basically called DaVinci Resolve, and you can check it out by going to blackmagicdesign.com. It was actually created by a company called DaVinci something from back in the day. I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it's DaVinci Systems. But now it's being taken over by Blackmagic Design. You should see the name of the company right here. But this is the actual company that develops it now. But this is a great application. You can edit things up to 8K. They have color correction, visual effects, and audio post-production all in one software based on the documentation on their website. And just a quick reminder that I'll have all the links to each one of these applications down in the description box below. But let's read a little further along. It says you can instantly move between editing, color, effects, and audio with a single click. DaVinci Resolve Studio is also the only solution designed for multi-user collaboration. So editors, assistants, colorists, VFX artists, and sound designers can all work together on the same project. So that's one cool thing about this actual application. Now I've played around with it, I've installed it, but I haven't actually used it in my editing process. I kind of have my editing process laid out, which I'll kind of explain probably in another video. But this is not the application that I chose to do all my editing in, but I have used it and it is a very good application, so I think you guys should check it out. And just to show you a little example of what it looks like, let's see. It's got the timelines, and these are just some of the information that goes along with the actual application. But you got your timelines. And the way I kind of got into this stuff, I didn't know anything about video editing, but I used to try to make beats back in the day, and a lot of this software is kind of similar to some of those beat making applications. And I can't remember the one I used to use. I think it was like Fruity Loops or something like that, or I can't remember the name of it, but I used one of those actual recording softwares where I would create an audio as well as recording on top of it, because I thought I wanted to be a rapper. But so how you drag and drop the different instruments and all that stuff and put it all together. Well, it's the exact same thing with the editing software. So you'll understand that once you start playing around with it and start editing videos. But that's basically how it works, with the different clips, and you just put it all together. You can do transitions, and the way you learn these types of application is actually by using it. You won't open up the software and be a automatic expert by looking at someone else's videos or someone showing you something. You actually have to go in and actually do some of the things that you research within the application in order to become successful at it, because it's kind of hard for you to duplicate what someone else did in a tutorial, in a video tutorial, when you don't have the same video files, or your video files are not exactly the same as theirs. Some things will work, you know what I'm saying, but it all depends on the camera, the lighting, and all that stuff, you know, plays a factor into how you edit. So you have to kind of find your edit style to make the video look right, and then make adjustments from there. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. But this is DaVinci Resolve. I recommend you guys check this out. You know, it has a lot of features in it as well. But let's go to the next one. And the next one is actually Lightwork. And Lightwork is basically a professional video editing tool as well. You know, designed, you know, to be kind of simple, pretty much just like all the other ones. Now, this one is not open source or free. It's not totally free, but the base application is free. And I just wanted to show this one because, you know, it has a lot of good reviews. I've actually not used this one, but I just wanted to show it, you know, so you guys can check it out for yourself. But they do have a free version. The paid version has more features, which I'll show you right fast by going to the download page. But as you can see, it works on Windows, Linux, Mac OS as well. But let's go to the main download page. I just want to show you, and then you can select which, you know, version you need. And then I actually want to go back to the front page because I want to show you guys the price of it. And actually, let's go to the product page, the main page, I'm sorry. And then let's go to license comparison. I just want to show you what comes with the free version versus the pro version. And if we look at it, you know, the Lightwork free, it comes with all import formats, project editing, edit backups and archive, and then export, you know, YouTube and Vimeo format up to 720p. Now, that's the downfall to this actual application. That's the highest you can go. So if you're recording in 1080p, or if you're recording in 4K, you got some 4K video you're trying to edit, you actually can't export any higher than 720p. So you will have to purchase the pro version. So that's why I say it's a downfall. You know, it's a free application. You can use it to edit videos, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you don't care about the quality of the video once it's exported out of the actual application. And I've never used this application as well, but like I said, those reviews that I seen on it, you know, are pretty good. So try out the free version, and if you really like it, you know, you might want to purchase the pro version, which includes, you know, the 4K exports. But I just wanted to kind of like highlight that it's a very expensive application, to be honest. $25 a month, you know. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. Now, all these other applications are pretty much free and open source that I'm gonna go through. And the first one I want to go through is Shotcut. Now, this one is good. I've actually used it. I've done a little bit of editing in it, but not that much. But this one, you know, is a very good editing application. And like I said earlier, you know, it all depends on what you get used to, you know, or the application that you get most comfortable with using, because a lot of the same features, you know, go across all of these applications. It's just a matter of finding where the features are that you're trying to use within the application, finding it and understanding how to adjust certain things and adding certain things to the actual video that you're editing. So anyway, this is a great application, and like I said, it's free and open source. This is an example of what it looks like. And also, this one is only available for Linux. No, this one actually has a Windows version as well and Mac OS. So yeah, I know. And it also has it on GitHub, you know what I'm saying? It has a GitHub link that you can get to. You can kind of look at the actual application if you want to. But yeah, check out Shotcut. And actually, I didn't read anything about this actual application. Let's see what it says. It just says Shotcut is a free open source cross-platform video editor. It says wide format support. And one cool thing about a lot of these applications, well, this is the heart of a lot of all these applications. And if you're into video editing, audio editing, FFmpeg is really the heart or the brain of a lot of these different applications. Like, it's the most important thing used in a lot of these editing applications, and it's pretty much a front end. The application is actually a front end a lot of times for FFmpeg. It depends on what you're doing within it, but FFmpeg does a lot of the work in the background, of the actual application. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys as well. That's kind of like the heart of this application as well. So device and transport options, it says sleek and intuitive interface, and like I said, this is an overall general good editing soft application that you can install on any Linux distribution. So I suggest you guys check that one out as well. And they also have tutorials, as well as resources, documentation. All of these applications do. Just go to their website, you'll find the documentation. Okay, so the next one I wanted to show you guys is actually OpenShot. I really like this one as well. I've used this one before. It has, great features as well. But just to let you know, OpenShot is basically, a feature-rich multi-platform, just like all the others, video editing application that could be, it could be ran on Linux, Mac, OS, as well as Windows. That the whole drag and drop features, moving around different clips, blending things together, 3D animation, titling, adding text to the videos. It's a whole lot of stuff you can do within this application. Plus, it's free and open source, and it can run on the Linux operating system. So that's always a plus, So, but this application, has a lot of good features in it as well as support, and all that good stuff. So I recommend you guys check this one out as well. And as I stated on the previous one, OpenShot, basically the heartbeat of this application as well is FFmpeg. It does a lot of work in the background. So this is a great editing application you guys want to check out though. So moving on to the next one, and this is actually my favorite. This is what I use for all my video editing, and the name of it is Kdenlive. Kdenlive is a KDE application. So if you know anything about the desktop environment KDE, it's made by the same team that actually created the KDE desktop. Kdenlive is part of the software that they include within when you install KDE as a video editor. But anyway, Kdenlive is another open source video editing software. It uses FFmpeg. And this one has a lot of features, I mean, just like all of them, they all have a lot of features included. But this one is the one that I got most used to using, especially with the new update that they just came out with. I like how they changed the way it looks, like to make it more user friendly. And it's a very simple application, but effective application. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with this actual application. I mean, just like the others, but this one, I really like it. I like the look and feel, and I really understand how to actually use it. So that's why I stick to it. But forget Adobe Premiere, Kdenlive is where it's at. And like I said, it's cross-platform, just like all the ones I just talked about. So you can install it on Windows, Mac OS, as well as Linux. And I really enjoy this application, you can check out the reviews, but this one really is like the most popular. But they have, a manual, they have, other information out there for you, a wiki, you can, and they also have like what they call a toolbox. You can go to that, get some information as well. And they also have a manual somewhere. I think I said that already, but yeah, the user manual and the forum board. You can go there and ask questions if you have any questions. But that's pretty much the end of my list. But I do have one more that I wanted to show you guys, and that is actually called Blender. Now Blender is the reason I didn't put it on my list of video editors, because Blender is known for 3D creation. So it's an actual application that you will use for 3D creation, which I don't know much about, but it also has features in it that allows you to edit video. So I threw this one in there so you guys can check it out as well. Actually, my son is learning how to use this. He's learning how to do 3D modeling and all that stuff for games. So this application, you know, is really, you know, tied to that. So but I wanted to, you know, kind of talk about it at least a little bit. It says Blender is a free and open source 3D creation suite. It supports the entirety of the 3D pipeline, which is modeling, rigging, animation, simulation, rendering, compositing, and motion tracking, video editing, and 2D animation pipeline. And that's why I wanted to show it, because it does have video editing in it. And I haven't used it, but I know people that do use Blender as just a simple video editor. And so that's one of the features, but this is what it looks like right here. Here's what it actually looks like, you know what I'm saying? And you can go through and do like the whole 3D modeling, you know, sculpting, you know, all that good stuff, animation, you know, all that, you know, story drawing. But Blender is like super cool, so you guys might want to check this out if you're into the 3D modeling or 3D design. This is a cool application for you guys to check out. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't beat me up too bad if your application is not on my list. I think I covered most of the bigger editing softwares that are out there, like Kdenlive and OpenShot. I know those two are like very popular, as well as Shotcut. You know, those three are pretty big in the open source community, you know, as far as open source applications. And I do know that DaVinci Resolve is, you know, starting to catch a lot of traction, or it's actually had traction, you know what I'm saying? It just, to me, not on the same level as Kdenlive. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. And if I left your video editing software out, please, you know, list it down below in the chat. I would love to hear what editing software you use to do your video editing, if you do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please have a good night and keep it techie.